Hello everyone, I am Engineer Kamran Khan and you are watching my YouTube channel Learners of Civil Engineering. Guys, today I will be discussing a field test which is known as a field density test. It is also known as sand replacement method, or it is also known as sand cone method. The ASTM code of this experiment is ASTM D1556. Okay. Now let me discuss the apparatus which will be used in this particular test. We will be using this 1 gallon plastic bottle having a metal cone attached with this base plate, which will be fixed inside the field with the help of these nails. A balance for recording different weights, sieve number 16 and sieve number 30. Okay, for preparation of the sand. You cannot use any type of sand in this particular tester. You can only use that sand which will pass from sieve number 16 and will be retained on sieve number 30, which will be clean, free from all impurities, and which can also be known as Ottawa sand. Proctor mold for determination of the sand unit weight. This measuring tape for confirmation of the hole that we will dig inside the field. Okay, we will use this hammer and chisel for excavation of a hole or for digging a hole in the field. Okay, we will use this trowel for taking the excavated material from the hole and to transfer it to the soil container. We will use this brush for cleaning the hole properly and to take any fine dead soil from the hole. We will perform 3 operations in lab. Operation number 1 is the sand preparation. Like I have discussed with you previously, that we will use that sand which will pass from sieve number 16 and will be retained on sieve number 30. So now let me prepare the sand. This is sieve number 16 and this is sieve number 30. Below this is I am having a pen. I will shake it. Now anything retained sieve number 16 will be discarded, and anything passed from sieve number 30 and going to the pen will also be discarded. Anything which will be retained on sieve number 30 will be used in the test. So this is how we are preparing the sand for that particular test stuff. Now the second step is cone calibration, and this we will determine that how much sand this cone can retain. So for this I will take the weight of this cone having Ottawa sand inside this. Okay, inside this. Okay, I will record this. Now I will just find a level surface and will keep a soil container on the level surface. Okay, and now I will make this cone upside down on the level surface and I will turn on the stopper. You will see that sand is leaving the plastic bottle. Okay, and the sand is going inside this metal cone. Now once the movement of sand will stop, I will just close the stopper and will take the bottle having cone from the metallic tray. And I will take the afterwards. Now this difference will give me the weight of the cone. Okay, we will repeat this procedure 2 more times to get the average value of the weight of sand will be retained in the cone. So this is now known as cone calibration. Now step number 3 is finding the sand unit weight. Okay, in this I will use a metallic mold of known volume, like I am using the Procter mold in this particular experiment. The volume of this container or mold is known to me. I will take its weight. Before pouring sand inside this, I will cut this. Now I will fill this Procter mold with the Ottawa sand. Now I will take the weight of Procter mold having sand in it. I will subtract this weight from the weight of the empty Procter mold, and I will divide the difference by the volume of the mold to get the unit weight of the sand. Now this is the location where I am interested in finding the dry unit weight in field. I will fix this plate in the field with the help of these nails. And will start excavating the hole. Now how much should be the depth of excavation or digging? Okay, for this I am having two criteria. Criteria number 1 is the depth should be equal to 15 centimeter or 6 inches. Okay, or the depth should be equal to the layer thickness of the road. For example, if the layer thickness of the subgrade is 15 centimeter or 20 centimeters, so you will dig for how much deep? For 15 centimeter or 20 centimeter. Now let me start the digging. Now let me take the weight of evaporating dish. I will record this weight as P1, weight of evaporating dish. Now 6 inches hole has been dug out in the field, and it has been properly cleared with the help of this brush, and whole of the excavated material has been transferred to the evaporating dish. Now I will take the reading, which will be known as P2. P2 is the weight of evaporating dish plus with excavated soil from field. Now I will take the weight of this plastic gallon plus cone plus sand before use, and I will name this as P3. P3 is now the weight of plastic gallon plus cone plus sand before use. Okay, now I will do what? I will just invert this on top of that hole, and I will turn on the stopper. Sand will again start moving from the cone and will join the hole. When this movement will be closed, I will take out the plastic gallon from the hole. It has been stopped. Now I will take out the gallon from the hole, and I will record its another weight, which will be known as the weight of plastic gallon plus cone plus sand after use, and I will name this as P4. Now we will remove the plate from the hole, and this wet excavated material will be put inside oven for 24 hours at a temperature of 118 degrees centigrade. After 24 hours we will take another weight, which will be the known as weight of evaporating dish plus dry soil. Now I will turn on the oven, and we will put the soil sample inside the oven for 24 hours at a temperature of 118 degrees centigrade. Take its weight, which will be known as weight of evaporating dish plus dry soil. Guys, now let us calculate the dry density value of soil from the captured data of field. For that very purpose, I will use this table. Over here, I will put the name of the experiment, like the test name is field dry density test. Over here, let's suppose I will record the date, and over here, I will just put the name of the group. Okay, so first of all, I will find the sand unit weight that I have used in test. For this purpose, as you know, I have used a Procter mold, the weight of which was 2900 gram, the weight of empty mold, and weight of Procter mold plus sand W2 was 4234.667 gram. Then volume of mold V1, it was known to me, and that was 944 cubic centimeter. Now the unit weight of the sand is again the difference of the weights divided by the volume of the mold. Okay, so W2 minus W1 will give me the weight of the sand divided by the volume of the mold is attributed by the volume of the sand. Okay, so this quotient will give me the unit weight of the sand, which is 1.41 gram per cubic centimeter. Now second, I will now do the calculations for the cone calibration. Okay, and this I have used a plastic gallon plus attached cone. Okay, and I have put sand inside this, and before pouring I have recorded this its weight, which is known as 7970 gram. Now weight of plastic gallon plus cone plus sand after use. Okay, after pouring of sand in the cone, M2 is 6438 gram. Okay, now weight of the sand to fill the cone, MC is again the difference of M2 minus M1, which is 1531.5 gram. Okay, it is the average value, which means it is the result of the three tests. The unit weight of sand is also the result of the three tests. Okay, now results from field tests. Let me discuss the results from field tests. As you know, weight of evaporating dish P1, which I have taken before starting the test, was 810 gram, and the weight of evaporating dish plus wet soil excavated from the field P2 was 5570 gram. Then weight of plastic gallon plus cone plus sand for use P3 was 7970 gram. Then weight of plastic gallon plus cone plus sand after use P4 was 2955 gram. Okay, now weight of sand in whole P5 will be P3 minus P4 minus MC. Okay, P3 is the weight of plastic gallon plus cone plus sand before use, and P4 is the weight of plastic gallon plus cone plus sand after use. Okay, so this difference will give us the weight of sand in cone, but there is extra weight of sand which has also moved to sand, which is known as the weight of sand in cone, and for that purpose we have done the cone calibration. Okay, so this weight of cone will be subtracted from this difference in order to get the weight of sand in whole, and now this value with me is 3483.5 gram. Now volume of sand in whole. Now what will be the volume of sand in whole? For this, the weight of sand in whole divided by the unit weight of sand. Okay, so this difference is 2470.51 cubic centimeter. Now you can see unit weight of sand. So for that very purpose, I have used the Procter mode, and I have find out the unit weight of sand in advance, because the value was was required to be used over here. Now weight of evaporating dish plus dry soil after 24 hours of drying in oven is P6, which is 5027 gram. Now the water content in the field WC in percentage is equal to P2 minus P6, That will give me the weight of water divided by P6 minus P1 will give me the weight of dry soil multiplied by 100 will give me the moisture content of the excavated soil. Bulk unit weight of the soil in the field, gamma B in situ soil. For this I am having the formula P2 minus P1 divided by volume of sand in a hole. Okay, so P2 minus P1 will give me the weight of the excavated soil divided by VH is the volume of the hole, which is indirectly attributed by the volume of the excavated material. Okay, 1.93 gram per cc. For this very purpose, we are attributing this volume of excavated material with the volume of sand in hole, because the shape of the hole which we have dug out with the help of a hammer and chisel will not be uniform. So if you will like measure it with the help of any measuring tape or any other tool, so then there are chances of error. Okay, so that's why this volume is attributed with the volume of the sand used in the bulk unit weight into dry unit weight. I will use this formula gamma b divided by 1 plus water content. So this will give me the dry density value is 1.71 gram per cubic centimeter. Okay, so this is how we can find the dry density of any soil in the field with the help of sand replacement method. Guys, I hope this video was useful for you. Kindly like and share it, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification on time. Thank you so much guys. God bless you.